Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome in. It's London Calling. Look who we've got with us today. It's Johnny Pickler, the 1-0 quarterback for the London Knights. Johnny Pickler. Johnny, how's it going?
Not bad, baby. Yourself?
Hey, I can't complain, man. 1-0. The London Knights are 1-0. Fantastic game this weekend. London went to battle with the Atlanta Swarm and came out on top. It was a tremendous game. Quite the effort. We wanted to touch base with you today and ask how you're feeling after that victory. Oh, I better point out, too, not only are you the 1-0 quarterback for the London Knights, but you are now a record holder. You now hold the single-game passing record after that effort for the London Knights. Really quickly, I want to get that stat, Johnny. You were, unless you have this already off the top of your head, Johnny Pickler, you threw for 548 yards. 4 touchdowns in that game against Atlanta. So congratulations on the victory. Your first in London colors. It was a tremendous, I'll say, team win. And we're sky high, of course, after that. Tell us how you're feeling after that week 1 tilt with Atlanta.
I'm feeling great, man. Like you said, team win. It was a team win 100%. And I think the win was very important for us. I mean, we're all really excited, but we're not like overexcited right now, and that's because we did set the bar high for ourselves. We didn't consider ourselves underdogs in that game. We knew we had a mission, and that was to defend our home, and we successfully fought off a high octane Atlanta team, and we outpaced them in that game, and it all came down to a McLongfellow kick, and yeah, that boy partied hard after that game. I mean,
yes, he did.
Huge game. Ice in the veins, for that kid, and he got it done for us.
He hasn't been back to practice facility this week. We got to. No,
I think Coach gave him the week off, man. I mean, he just said, enjoy, go, just don't get lost out there. Just find your way back to before we fly out to to Queen City. Just make sure you make the flight. But just to give credit to where it's due to the rest of the guys, got it. All my weapons, man. I mean, did we have fun out there or what? I mean, to see Vinny go off for 200-plus yards and 2 touchdowns, to see Mike primetime St. Green out there making moves on defensive backs left and right, freeing himself up. He is going to be nasty all season. For me to be able to pick between those two, and then you got Saren Storm. I think all 3 of those receivers had like 100-plus yards or something, and that's just super impressive. Benji, yourself, you were looking athletic out there. I saw one, you got a one-handed catch. You had a spin move, making 2 guys miss. Everybody was contributing. Lethal, baby. Everybody was contributing to the drives as we were marching down the field. Robert Merrill had himself a game, 2 touchdowns, 1 through the air and 1 on the ground. So I just don't know how. It's not going to be easy for any team to guard all you guys. And I'm going to have fun while I'm doing it out there. So, we came out on top. I did have a couple mistakes in that game, but that's just, it's going to happen. I've been waiting a long time to throw the ball as much as I did. And, I'm a gunslinger, by heart. And so, interceptions are going to come. I'm usually going to just count on my defense to get the ball back when I make those mistakes, because end of the day, I'm not going to be afraid to throw the ball. So that's going to happen once in a while. But we've got to try and clean that up, specifically, in key yard marks and key situations out there. But lastly, I have to, shout their names very loud, my bodyguards. I'll say it right now. I'll say it again. I'll say it a million times. Like, I have the best bodyguards in this entire league. My offensive line, led by Butch, Big Country, the bulldozer Menor, and the rookie Perrin, those 2 were nasty in that game. And I think that's what made the difference. I said that the war up front might be the difference in that game, and I still stick to it. I dropped back 52 times in that game, and was sacked 0 times. My jersey stayed pretty darn clean the entire game, and I owe it all to those guys, And, I feel truly blessed to have them up front for me going forward.
Yeah, that's great. Tremendous performance by those guys up front. Both of them in their debuts as well for the Knights. New faces in town. Great debut performances across the board. And then you got some veterans, like you just mentioned, Vin and Robert Merrill. Huge games as well on Saturday. So we're going to put the wraps on that one. The London Knights are 1-0. Congratulations to Atlanta. We're going to see them again in a couple weeks, and we're already sweating that one. They played extremely well on the road in London. So congratulations to them. We know they might be smarting a little bit this week, but they've got a fantastic team, and we know they're going to do great things this season. Okay, so now
they'll get a chance to run it back against us in Week 5. That'll be a game we're all looking forward to.
Yeah, it's going to be. We've already circled that one, but we've got a couple games ahead still before we fly into Atlanta starting this week. You are in the North Division now, and you have your first tilt in the North this week against QCC. Queen City Corsairs enjoyed a fantastic game in Week 1, taking care of business on the road against the Fort Worth Toros, who many believe are a league favorite in Season 17. So Queen City, home debut for them this week. We're coming into town. They are 1-0. I want to get your thoughts here quickly, how you're approaching Queen City this game, your second game in London, and now your first road game in the North Division. Give me your thoughts on the game this weekend.
Yeah, I went back. I've watched the Queen City game, with the coaches a few times now. It was definitely an impressive W that they put up. I have all the respect for those guys. I think, Queen City has been overlooked this year. I think London's been overlooked. I think DC's been overlooked. I think this division's really up for grabs this year. And, so this game is, very important to go out there and to win this game. It being my first road game and first North game, we're just going to approach it. I approach it like I do any game, and it's going to be, putting faith in my weapons out there to just get the ball in their hands and let them go running and stuff. And, I'm very confident in our coaching staff. They did a great job, preparing the team for battle last week. I think they're going to do the same this week. We've had a great week of practice and sim so far. So, I think it's going to go good. Loveless is my guy out there. He's always been a supporter of me. I've always been a supporter of him, so I have nothing but respect for all of Queen City. But I think the difference again in this game, it's going to be the war up front. They have three big name linemen, but they only really have three big name linemen, and to have three versus, a 4-down set, I don't know how that's going to work out for them if they're going to, versus my two bodyguards. So I think that, it's important that, I get kept clean again. I maintain that time in the pocket to find our guys on their open routes. And I think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be about who puts up more points. And I have no question that, we're going to continue the same success we did last week offensively. I think defense is going to tighten up, and play even better than they did last week. And I think that, this is our game, and we just got to go out there and not make too many mistakes.
Yeah, that's what we like to hear, Johnny. Thinking confidently about the game ahead. We're excited heading into Week 2 as well. We're not overlooking Queen City. Andre Krim, for instance, one of the new faces on the Queen City team. You already mentioned BJ Loveless coming in, the general manager spot. Going to be turning things around. Queen City had a down season last season in season 16, but obviously right off the bat they're pointed in the right direction. That's a quality win over Fort Worth. Everyone's noticing that. Some would say that was a more impressive win than London's Week 1 win against Atlanta. So for sure, we're not overlooking Queen City. We know it's going to be a battle. I think it's good to hear your thoughts as we exit Week 1 now, and as we head into Week 2 of the London season. We're going to try and have you back on, Johnny. We want to hear from you from time to time about how you're doing as you work through this debut season with the Knights. So we're excited to touch base with you. Anything else at all you want to share as we bring this interview to a close this afternoon about your experience so far this season?
No, man, just having a great time with the boys, and let's go out and get another W, boys, and just my message to Queen City is, one thing that I do notice when I'm watching the tapes, is that they have two rookie cornerbacks, and I love picking on rookie cornerbacks, and so does Vin, and so does MSG, and so does Saren, so we're going to have some fun with you boys out there on Saturday.
There we go. We'll have BJ Loveless on the show, so we'll get some of his reaction, of course, to London, your performance in Week 1, and we'll talk with him in depth about QCC. It's going to be a big game this week. We can't wait to see it unfold. All right, Johnny, thanks for joining us today. Can't wait to see you. I can't wait to see you throwing the ball to me on the field this weekend. It's going to be great. And to everyone else watching along with us, we hope you enjoy the game. Johnny, stay hydrated. Keep stretching, man. Don't pull any of those arm muscles, all right? We need that this weekend. There we go.
You got it, baby. Let's do it.
We'll see you soon. Take care, man.